Hello, my name is Lori Bradner with the Florida Aviation Network, and I have the pleasure today of standing here with Mr. Mark Fullmer. Mr. Fullmer, good morning or good afternoon. How are you, sir?
I'm wonderful. I'm at Sun and Fun.
Absolutely. Where are you from? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
St. Clair, Michigan. I'm an attorney in Michigan, and once a year I come down here and spend the whole week hanging out with airplanes and in the sun and wearing shorts in April. So
I love it. Well, I understand you're not just a volunteer, Mr. Fullmer. I understand that actually you are one of the co-chairs for GAP. Can you tell us a little bit about what GAP is?
GAP is GAP, stands for General Aviation Parking, and we park a good number of the airplanes here from areas such as camping, home built, general aviation parking, handicap, the twins. We separate them. We also do traffic control, and we separate them and get them all to their areas and then park many of them.
Now let me ask you, I know that I'm looking at your vest, and I understand that you celebrated 10 years. You've got a lovely pin there, and you celebrated 10 years volunteering with Sun and Fun?
Indeed. I've been coming here for 16 or 17, I think since 1998, but volunteering here for 10.
Fabulous. So you're a veteran. Let me ask you, so you've seen the history. Tell me, what do you think about this year? We're celebrating 40 years at Sun and Fun. Can you tell me a little bit, what is your impression as far as the crowds go, as far as the number of planes? How do we stack up against all those other years?
Well, I don't have any sort of official count, but it looks really good. It's way better than last year, so I think the numbers are up both in people and in planes, and I think a lot of that has to do with the weather. The weather couldn't be any better this week.
It couldn't be any better. And I know that we're getting ready to see the Blue Angels fly one last time, and I understand that you need to get back because the beginning and the end of the air show are pretty busy for your group and for the individuals and the volunteers. So tell me what you're going to be running over to do right after the Blue Angels fly.
We will set up our people. We have approximately 150 volunteers. Now, obviously, they don't all work at the same time, but we will set them out at the key positions. We won't be parking any planes because this is the last day of the show, so there won't have any incoming, but we will be getting the planes out. Once we figure out which runway they're using, we'll figure out the route to get them there, and we will have people stationed along that route to marshal the planes out. So we kind of call it the conga line, because they are lined up one after another, and you might have half a mile of airplanes lined up all wanting to get out at the same time.
And you have to control all that.
That's what we do, yes.
Well, I tell you what, on behalf of Sun and Fun, we want to say thank you to all of you. Also, the Florida Aviation Network, we celebrate volunteers like yourself that have been here for long term. We hope that you'll definitely come back next year. And Mr. Fullmer, thank you for taking the time before you head back out into the field, and we sure appreciate you. And congratulations on the 10-year pin. Sure appreciate you spending time with us today. You're welcome. And this is Lori Bradner with the Florida Aviation Network. We look forward to seeing you next year as we celebrate 41 years. Signing off, Lori Bradner, Florida Aviation Network.